Hello all, this is Zimnala coming at you with another adventure in the land of the Planet Crafter. We're going to be picking up where we left off last stream. We had basically gathered a decent amount of resources and we were going to go on a journey around to look at the different areas that we've cleansed just to see like what has changed, if anything. We saw a couple of new things, so I was curious and wanted to poke around. It won't take the longest. It's probably going to be like a 15-20 minute long journey, but we're going to just come check out a few of the areas. We spent so long cleaning them, we might as well take a look at them, right? So there's our whole power central area. That place is doing fine. Didn't see anything new there. This place doesn't seem to have gained a lot of growth, although it does look like it has some of these little bushes growing up around. So I do expect new growth in the future. So I guess I will gather iron. I think we'll make an expansion when we get back. I think we'll make more room above. I saw weird particle effects and I was trying to see what it was. I think it's just the nighttime effect here interacting weirdly with what I was seeing, so don't mind me. Maybe I'll bring a couple of these mushrooms home. I think they have a few crafting recipes, not just one or two, and this looks really cool. I don't think this was like this, was it? Look at this, it's pretty. These glowing modules. Were they like this before? I like it. Maybe we just never came over here at night, or maybe it's new, you know? Oh, are you a toxic area that I didn't clean? What? What is this? Alright. Do I have enough on me? I need one more titanium. Alright, well, I didn't actually realize we'd come across one more toxic area to clean in our backyard. Okay, we can do this. This place looks pretty small. We can just sort this out real quick. Well, this is another reason to go around, though. You never know what you'll find. Sitting around the corner. So some of this is up, so we're gonna try to clean the tall parts first. So there's only 12 in this one. This is a really tiny little toxic spell, but yeah. Supposedly we have level 2 on, right? So closest. Oh, so it doesn't show me the direction, it shows me the distance. Okay, okay, I understand. I was trying to figure out what had changed in the HUD for this area. See, there we go. I guess I just had never noticed that this little section was here. Wait a second, there's still one in this corner. Oh, right. Okay. I get it. So I didn't clean the whole area. I just cleaned the one close to me. I remember. Yeah, so 3 is fine. We'll find that. Is this above? Is this below? I don't know. But you know, I see him. Is that it for this corner? How big is this lake? Tiny, tiny? 50. Yeah. We'll have to remember this lake's over here. I'm sure there's a indication later, like the map information stuff. That's probably what that's for, if you can't figure out where they are in other ways, you know? I'm likely to know where most of them are by just exploring. So that's another one of the few areas we hadn't gotten to. Done. Fantastic. Interior stairs. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I don't think that those nodules were there last time we visited this area, so that's a cool change. So this was a plateau that was above that other water lake in the other corner. Did this lead to another area? I don't think this led to another area. I do think there was another area that was behind this wall, though. And that was that upper area we explored, and this was the under... Yeah, there was a whole thing going on, so... Yeah, we're doing fine, game. We're doing fine. Let's, pop in here, see what's going on. Got a little thirsty. We're doing fine. Guess we could just go down and see what's going on in the depths, you know? We haven't actually gone down here in a hot minute. We could take a look. Why are you growing right here on top of this? Do I even want to know? Probably not. How toxic is the water? I wanted a counter. I didn't want to go swimming. Alright. Being a bit of a pain. I was trying to get a counter on how toxic, not whatever I thought I wanted. Nope, there is a bunch of mushrooms down here. Let's take that upstairs. I think we already read this, right? But I put it on our listing anyway. Was this what we were taking up? This is down. We want up, which is this one. Okay. I'm not gonna get tricked twice. You're not gonna dunk me. No dunks. Didn't we have a base right here? Did I get rid of the base that was right here? I might have. That might have been a mistake. But there's another base over here, so I'm gonna go to that base. So there is the end of the world right there that we could explore. So I'm gonna explore in this corner first and see what's going on there. Oh, look at you, a whole bunch of iron. We'll stop by here again on the way back then. Seems like a good drop-off point for stuff. Let's come look at these mushroom trees, see if they look much different. They don't look significantly different, but I'm sure they will change as time goes on. Maybe it has to do with that, whether we purified this particular water thing, although I don't know. I actually just don't know. They don't look significantly different. I think that just leads organically back to the starting area. I think you didn't have to go through there to get here, if I remember. So we're going to actually just follow this over to here. More mushroom. Yeah, I don't expect that area has changed. It kind of warns you that it's a bit of a no man's land by no resources spawning. You know, like they don't want you thinking that there's things over here. I doubt that you actually can physically travel this way. I think it probably kills you. But was there a drop off? Yeah, there was something like a drop off. Yeah, I bet there is absolutely nothing over there, to be honest. It does seem clearer than before, though. Like, I think we were able to get out farther before it started getting hard to see. Don't mind me. I just always collect iron. It's just what I do. We're just heading back to that little base. And I'll drop off all this extra iron. Cool. Yeah, I know. Okay, let us slap it in there, slap these in there. And we are gonna mosey down to that corner. We still have our stuff. We still have the important stuff. Yep, we're going to walk to this corner. That's glowing very yellow. What is glowing yellow? This was all for toxic storage. What's glowing yellow over here? Oh, what is this? Is that the sun? Could be the sun, I guess. Seemed really bright for what it was, though. I found a bunch of iridium, I guess, and iron. That's cute. We're gonna go up. I want to see what's going on up top. I want to see if the plants have changed on the top of these. So I imagine these are gonna look really, really, really cool when everything's growing again. Doesn't seem significantly more grown than before, unfortunately, but we did want to look at it at least. Okay, I think I saw what I wanted to up here. We will mosey our way back down, figure out which direction the dam was. I don't think anything's going to change in the dam, by the way. If anything, I'm just going to gather some of the resources we left there. Oh. That's not the normal way to the dam. I guess I went around in a weird direction. I thought I saw the dam in this direction. I was wrong. I guess? Or is this just a weird little nook? Let's try not to die out here. We have a lot of leeway, but we also could die. So, let's not do that. So this should be the other side where I left that. Interesting. I left plenty of water over here at least. Let's fill our pockets with iron so at least we're carrying something. So yeah, that was not the right way. So if I look at these tram lines, they will lead me towards where we want to go. That is the way towards that, so this must be the way towards these things. Okay. So this should be that little refinery place and the dam. Doesn't really like me going there by flight, does it? It's fine. I don't think I need to look at the dam, but I wanted to find some resources to bring back, so. There is one of these little plant things here already. It's growing. That's cool, 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 cool. I don't see a lot changing at this refinery so far. Don't think I need to explore that. Don't see anything particularly new. Okay, fair enough. Let's come see if I left anything in this little base. Plenty of goo. Yep. Nothing good. So yeah. We can kind of just follow this back. We already got the stuff from below. We don't need to worry about this section, but we are going to stop by that other place where we left the mushrooms and stuff and go back. So I think we've seen what we want to for this particular terraformation level, so we can go back and start accelerating things again. Cool to see the vines growing, so these vines might lead to some secret areas eventually. So I remember they did that in the first area. I think this was all goo. This was a huge goo area. That one was actually crazy to clean. I remember doing that. We could go through the complex. I'm probably going to go around it just because that might actually involve less vertical travel. Don't need to do it. Not going to do it. Let's put our mushrooms in our pocket. Fill it up with excess iron. And start moseying. We'll leave one. Sure. Okay. I like how they have a flare for us. If you haven't noticed, like they have like a little flare that shows, hey, there's a water thing going on here, which is pretty interesting. But it has like a lens flare it does to let you know about it in the distance. So we can go stop by that little lake and empty out its situation there. More mushroom, but we're full. That's fine. We have plenty of mushroom. Let's build another storage. We'll slap our stuff in here for now. We will clear these. Oops. Got a whole pocket full of toxic water. Who doesn't love that? Alright. Do a little bit of a shuffle back and forth. Okay. We're gonna need even more storage, so let's slap another one down for the future. We have returned. Let's go harvest our mushrooms. Put them in the mushroom hole. Cool. Alright. Now what did we want to do? You know, I said we wanted to expand, and we certainly are going to do that. We are going to go up probably here. So let's put some stuff in our pocket. We're gonna need this, we're gonna need titanium. What is ladder? Now we had an interior ladder option, but how does that work? Let's slap some aluminum in our pocket and see if we can't see how that works. That wasn't there last time I did stuffs. So this works just like this. Alright. So we could do this and make a little hallway back here that loops back on itself. That's probably not what I'm going to do. I think we could build off of it. So yeah, we are going to actually take that out. Interesting. Where would we want that? So you would have to delete a couple of things to make that happen. Let's see if that does what I want it to. No. I want it to be the other way. So that was the wrong again. Okay. Thing is, I can't quite see what it wants to do, so... Do I need to go stand on the other side of this? Is that what I need to do? I could do it. I'll do it. You can't stop me. No. Why are you being a problem? There we go. Got it finally. It was a little hard to read the cues it was giving me. So now we have just a easy stairway up. Leads to the middle central corridor thing we had set up for the plan. And I think we can just expand out like we had been doing. Bam. Let's come out and make sure this makes sense, so we can actually come up here and look at it. So yeah, here we are. That's cool. So we're gonna need more titanium in our pocket. We're gonna need more iron. What makes these big rooms? Super alloys. We're gonna probably want slap up another 4 of these in our pocket. You're probably over here, actually. Which one was it? 1, 2, 3. Yep. That's wrong. I think I need 8. Yes. Okay. So normally I would use ladders, which is fine. Ladders are fine, but stairs are also nice. I think stairs are probably more aesthetically pleasing for most people. Ladders are space efficient. Were these indicators here before? I don't actually know. I guess I underestimated the titanium usage. All kids in the pocket. Let's start solving this. So now we have basic room in here. Could I do this? Make a platform across. I sure couldn't. We could really use like a walkway inside too as well. That'd be pretty cool, but it's fine. What have I got in my pocket? Not much. We're going to do that. This. Okay, so we have a nice stable area here. So that's a good way to go up one floor. To go up more floors, you'd have to probably vary the design up a bit, so we'll consider that going forward. But 2 floors is probably fine. Like the bottom floor would be for like your general stuff. The top floor would be more for like storage, in my opinion. So this will probably be where my extensive storage network will end up being. But I just wanted more space to work with because we are going to be expanding quite a lot in the future. Cool. So how is our progress going? Fair enough. Fair enough. Just checking out which machines we hadn't made that we might want to. I guess we could get in on that as a thing that we could do. So the vehicles are interesting. The biggest use of it is it's an inventory in your pocket. And inventory is a thing we like. We like having inventory. So we are going to want to make a vehicle platform. So the most important thing is to not have it conflict with your launch platform, which is why I kind of made this setup a little bit. Does this do what I want it to? Yeah, this would be fine, actually. I think that's just fine. So as for this, you can do this. You have to make a vehicle. So well, that is a thing we were going to want. What does it cost to make a recycler? Microchip deconstruction, some super alloys. Okay. Okay, so for that, silicone magnesium, and it's only 2, right? 2, yep. Sorry, I remember these were always a little buggy. And, yeah. Well, you could put stuff in them. Where is the receptacle? I made this a little weird. Okay, let's do this a little different then. You'll see when I use it. They kind of launch things is what I mean. So yeah, there's a reason why I put it in here, and it'll be more obvious, but I am going to take a sojourn back to the first area after I go clear the purified stuff. I had rocket engines over there that were sitting inside of extra jetpacks I found, so I'm gonna go do a material run again. Gonna harvest the food, bring the food back. Yep, so most of the water's actually already been extracted from this. That one's full, and this one's also full. That one's mostly full. So yeah, we got what we wanted from this corner. Sure, let's move this goo. We can have a chest of goo back home, it's fine. Goo will be used for various purposes, so it's fine. Yes, yes, I know it feels very strongly about it. I'm sure it's very important to it. I just want to take the goo out of my pocket for now. Oh, here's an event. That's just the normal meteor strike one. I don't think I cared too much about it, but I'll look at it in a second. But it's gonna do its thing for a little bit. Oh, I wanted somewhere to put goo. That's right. Goo, 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 goo. The problem is I didn't have any, yeah. We'll solve this problem. So I guess this will be my goo handling area. We'll solve this problem one at a time. I guess that will let it figure out what its life is like out there for a second. That universe sounds real mad, just smashing the ground over and over again. Really, where is it even landing? I don't see anything. I guess it's all over there, huh? Let's put a water in my pocket. Let's take a look at this nonsense. Yeah, see, our fuses are actually all energy based anyway, so until we start running low on energy, it doesn't really matter too much to put them down. They can be really useful, but not really for the level of power we're using. They're much more useful for the nuclear things. Let's get up here. We like aluminum, that's true. Yeah, I broke my leg. That was my fault. I looked down too steeply. Yeah, if you look at an angle, it doesn't work properly. Well, we are heading back towards the starting area. I'm just seeing if there was easy aluminum that landed. Sure, I'll put an eggplant in my pockets. Was there all these plants growing on the rocks? I don't remember. They don't seem very alive right now, but... Huh. Yeah, I didn't really see anything I cared about for aluminum. We got one piece, and that was the only one. We are gonna keep going. These night events are pretty dark, I'll give it that. Haven't had a rain event in a little bit, so I was curious if it looked different than when it was not toxic atmosphere. Like maybe if it turned into normal rain rather than acid rain. I don't think there was anything in these. Except for maybe more iron. Let's get rid of them so I don't mix it up. Slap them in there. We're just going to be scavenging for useful stuff. So I'm going to dismantle this. Put aluminum in my pocket. Fabric, we have some over there. That's not a current priority. Neither is any of those effigies. They're cool. We will put them up somewhere, but they are not what we need right now. Lots of uranium. That's cool, cool stuff, but we don't need that right now. Nom, 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 nom. Such food. I think we only have the one mushroom seed, huh? Those were just basic resources. Yeah, it's okay, I blocked them off. It doesn't matter too much. No, actually, if I have that stuff, I don't need these things. So we're just gonna eat one of these string beans. We're gonna bring this with us. So I think we pretty much brought most of what's really useful there with us. I think this stuff is okay. We don't need it right now. Okay. Cool. We got what we wanted. We got a whole pocket full of goodies. So we've mostly picked over this place for the good loot that we had saved up. So that was my goal, was to largely empty this base out slowly over time, so. All that's really left over here are our initial drills and stuff. And that's fine. So if we come back over here for food one more time, I'll probably actually bring back the food processing equipment and the seeds, so. But as long as there was other resources for me to come back for, it made sense to come back regularly just to empty it for food too. Like, it didn't matter. Like, the growth cycle was about the same. Because even if I had it over here, it's not like I would have emptied it more often. We weren't actually at this base over here much more often. We're almost at the halfway point for this terraformation thing, and we didn't actually have to do any of acceleration. That's actually crazy. I actually thought it would be a longer stint without having added to it, but we are going to add to it shortly. Now that we're consolidated and stuff like that. The next things we need to accelerate it are actually getting into plants, and we need that algae for that, so. Because until you get algae, you can't really do the fertilizer stuff, so. Let's get up there and I'll show you how the recycler works. I think it's a little janky unless it's been like modified. I don't know. We need more storage. That's a quality problem. Okay, let's slap the aluminum out of our pocket. Let's slap some iron in our pocket. We'll get a second one of these down. So we got our recycler here. What you can do is you can put in anything you want to recycle, and it goes like bam, it just sort of launches it. Sometimes it lands in here and sometimes it goes elsewhere, so. It's not a clean process though, like it can launch it against the wall. I've seen it happen. But yeah, we got that, so I don't remember exactly what this thing wanted. I know it wanted 2 rocket engines, so let's take a look at this. Uranium, fabric, silicone, and iron. Alright. We did kind of fuse all of our uranium together, but the same way that I got the other pieces is how you can get those, so. Where did I slap it in? That'll work. I think we used it all up anyway, so. Slap a rod in here. Bam, uranium, so shiny. We also could have gone outside and mined a little from the lakeside, and that's another option we had that we didn't take, but. So I believe we also needed silicone. I think it said iron. I think I'm missing one component, but I got most of it. Let's sort that out. Slurp, slurp. We got ourselves some water. What do we got? Fabric, fabric, fabric. Do I need fabric? Did I bring fabric? Do I have to go back there again? I thought I brought some fabric. I might not have. That might have actually been an oversight. No, I did. Okay. I know I left fabric over there, so that is at least one thing I have to go back for. That's true. But bam, we got a vehicle. Now, I don't love driving these around at base form. They're actually not super fast or anything. But with upgrades, they can be quite good. Of which, the inventory is the best one. Because every time you come here, there's actually a storage in the back of it. And it already starts out pretty decent. But yeah, what do we need for the upgrade? Silicone, fabric, super alloy. So yeah. We can slap that bad Larry in. There is a thing to edit it. Where are you? It's right here. Yeah, so normally it doesn't have much space. But with that, it looks visually bigger, but it also has twice the space. Like that one thing doubled the space of this. So we will need to increase its thing too. Do I have another super alloy? It was iridium, right? Silicone. Because the upgrade's so cheap, I'm just gonna take care of it now. Remember, you had iridium, you had that. And was it? I don't remember. My bad. Silicon. Ah, it's silicone again. Of course. So we slap that in here, and just like the equipment for us, now we've got more slots for modules. So level 1's usually fine. This will let you put on most of the things that you'd ever want to put on here. So yeah, this will tell you where it is. But the reason why this is useful is because, bam, this thing's in our pocket. We got a pocket inventory. If we want to drop it down, it just appears at our feet and we can just put stuff in it. However, you can't put it in your pocket if it has anything in it, so make sure you have what you want to bring back consolidated. So it is like just a big mobile storage. If you know you left a bunch of stuff somewhere, you can just bring that with you and bring it back. So that's what I'm going to use to empty whatever I want to out of the home base. Bam, bam, put that in our pockets. What do we want to do next? I want to go look to see if there are any fancier rockets or if we're still stuck on the 2 that we have. GPS, but that's whatever. That's almost broke our ankles. Not that we don't have the food to fix it. So yeah, we're gonna go empty out the purifier once more. I just realized that we had too much in our pockets, so we can't do this all at once. That's fine. You know, we can bring a little bit of toxic water back with us. We might want to set up one of those machines anyway, so. So there's only 10 left to go. When we come back, we'll be able to actually do what we want to in that lake, I think, anyway. So we can just bring back the algae machine with us. And it'll all be solved for an algae source. So we were setting this up for toxic nonsense anyway, so let's make another one for the water. Because one of the things we're going to want to bring over is our toxic setup anyway, so we don't need to bring back everything we had over there for it, but no, well that didn't go where I wanted it to. There we go. So you can be the toxic water. You can share a spot with this. We're gonna keep turning it into rods anyway, so having one that has that going on is fine. Get in the aluminum hole. There. Okay. Okay, we're gonna do a quick run back to the start, pick up whatever else we will ever want from there for a long time. Gonna set out my truck vehicle to sort that out. We'll load it up with whatever we want. Oh, look at that, a new drill level. That's cute. What does that want over the previous level? Lots of super alloy. We actually can't do that yet either. Interesting, interesting. So this game has requirements for you cleansing it before you can build certain structures, which is one of its challenges. So just because you unlock something doesn't mean you can utilize it right away, so yeah, we need to purify the atmosphere more. We need to purify the water more. Like, there's a few things that lead to this. Okay, so let us first actually set up our truck. Where do we want this for convenience? Bam, there's our truck. We're gonna want fabric. We're going to want fertilizer in this eventually. We're probably not going to actually construct things over here this way anymore. That gives us a couple of aluminum back. Yeah, I don't care about these couple of things in my pocket right now. We are going to get anything of high value though. These haven't quite grown, but by the time we figure out what we want, I think it will actually have grown. So we are going to continue sorting out what we want to bring. I guess we'll bring some sulfur. We went to the effort of mining it. So golden seeds we will bring. Golden seeds are quite good. Mushrooms we don't have a way of regrowing, that's true. Upstairs, we're gonna go look. So there is just resources in those. Let's clear out what's going on in here. Okay, let's dismantle this crafter. Let's dismantle this. These are gonna come with us. The spores and stuff are not rare. We can get those anywhere. We just haven't been gathering it over there. Excuse me. And then I went through this to make sure I didn't need anything. Well, that's not what I meant to blow up, but sure. So I don't think we're going to be able to bring back literally everything we want to. So let's drop off this, eat our beans. Let's dismantle what we have in here and see what's going on. So we are going to have to take things out before we can dismantle it. So the biggest thing is that it's water and aluminum. Okay, so that's fine. Aluminum and water we're actually fine on, even over there. But let's put it in here for now. Including this, because we have more to empty. We are going to take the green bands. So we are pretty full up. Let's drink a water. Let's just have ourselves a nom. We are going to want the green beans. We don't need the iron. Just giving myself some room to work with. We're gonna want pretty much just the aluminum is all we'd need from that. The other stuff I wanted in my pocket because it could be used to craft some of the other stuff. I guess that's what we're bringing. We're gonna leave some of the eggplants behind, so I guess we have a little something over here. Yeah, like we can't take this with us even if we want to. The inventory's full, so we're just gonna go back and I'll show you how useful that is. But that's gonna be the equivalent of 3 of these trips all at once. Bam. So yeah, even if it doesn't seem like we did a lot, we actually did do quite a lot. Just a lot of moving stuff around, but that's just part of being organized. Eventually you get drones to sort that out for you, but we're not there yet. And you still have to go and configure everything even when you get the drones, so you still have to go and do some stuff, but once you figure out how drones work, they're actually really convenient. Oh, right, I'll show you how this appears first. So if you come over here and hit this right here, bam, here's our vehicle. It's got our inventory in it. Bam, bam. So yeah, we're full up on food. Let us drop off what we can here. Let us slap these in here. We don't need the seeds in our pocket immediately. Let's slap down a few growers though. We are gonna need some of these. So we're gonna need, we got a whole pocket full of worth of these. So we have, how many seeds for mushrooms do I have? 1 mushroom, 2 green beans. Okay, so I'm gonna start with 3 growers. Need 3 iron. Didn't think to put them in my pocket, did I? Next, we're gonna want our squash growing. So we need 2 more. I don't know if we can actually fit them both right here, but maybe we can. That would be too convenient, right? Well, we will need a bigger grow chamber then. That's for free. Well, for now I'll put them here. Also didn't think to put it in my pocket. Excellent. I do all the planning stages, but not the final one. Cool, cool. Okay, so I still have mushrooms in my pocket. Okay, so as for this, what do I need to make the toxic stuff that I broke down? We need one of these. There is that. How about crafting? What did you need? Iron and silicon? Cool. There we go, that's most of what we had going on. Cool. We also had a toxicity screen that we were using. Can I just slap this in the corner? Can it just be chilling on the ground? It sure can. Cool. Awesome. Well, I think we made some excellent progress. I'm gonna make sure I save it here. And yeah, I will catch you all next time. Thank y'all for following, and bye-bye for now. Take care.